Hi, it's time for another Tech Tip Tuesday. Last month, I believe I shared with you a formative assessment tool called Mentimeter. Well, we all know in the world of technology, there's more than one way to get to what you want. So I'm going to be highlighting a different formative assessment tool called GoFormative. GoFormative is free, of course, with everything nowadays. There's a premium version, which will open up the door to additional features, but the free version offers some nice tools. So to access GoFormative, it is goformative.com, and you sign up with a free account. You can actually come in here and create classes if you'd like. You can generate your own library or search libraries for different pre-made assessment tools. But what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to give you a very high view of what GoFormative has to offer. So you can see right here is where you can create your little quiz or your survey, whatever it is that you're wanting your students to interact with or your colleagues to interact with. I've already gone ahead and made one called Tech Tip Tuesday, so I'm going to enter into this. Here's where you can put in your questions, your survey, your poll, whatever it is that you're wanting. And for teachers along this side, you can begin to create some filters. Is this a pre-assessment bell ringer type thing? You can mark it as a warm-up. If you're wanting to get a pre-assessment or benchmark where your kids are at, you can place that here. It can be an assignment that students will do later, or can be something that you're doing in class as you're covering content. It might be what I call those dipstick moments where you're checking to see where your students are at. I'm going to go mark this as a warm-up and click this plus sign right here. The questions that you are seeing in blue are the ones that you have access to at this point in time. So I'm just going to click on a multiple choice. Here I can type in my question. Who was the first president of the US? And you can put your options in here. Then if you want to add another feature, you sure can. One of the things that I like about GoFormative is if you have students who have iPads, you can allow them to show their work. So I'm going to have a show your work question here. And I'm going to put in here, draw a picture of your favorite sport. And then this allows the students to actually come into this little whiteboard on their device, and they can create whatever it is that you're asking them for. Also notice along the side here that you can assign points to your questions, and if you want to copy or duplicate them as you're going through, if it's something that you've saved from the past, you can delete the question. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to show you how this works with a student. All right, so you have your quiz or your survey ready to go with your students. What you want to do is come up here and click on Assign Share. So I'm going to assign this to guest students. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Assign. And it generates a code. So now on my iPad, I'm actually going to go to this website and I'm going to enter in this code. I'm in as a student. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and you will begin to see my responses. So I'm going to respond to the first question, and then it has draw a picture of my favorite sport. So I'm going in on my iPad now, and I have a toolbar along the side, but I'm going to make this really quick, what my favorite sport is, and hopefully you guys will be able to see based on what I draw. what my favorite sport is, and I'm going to tap on Done as a student and then hit Submit, and that should begin to show up on the device. So toggling over here to question number 2, you can see that this picture was submitted. Now you might be wondering, well, how can I use this draw feature? If you're a math teacher and you want your students to show their work, this would be a great way to have them detailing on their iPad or their mobile device how they got to that particular solution, how they did that. All of this can be saved. You can see that you've got an export here. You can pull these down as PDFs, and then you can create digital portfolios of student work. If you want to broadcast the results, you can hide the names, and then the students can see how others are responding. When you're done, you can close this. And once it's closed, then that shuts off access for the students. Also, if you're doing this as an assignment and you're putting in a deadline date, you can come in and close whatever it is you're having the students do, and they'll no longer be able to access. So this is a very quick video on GoFormative. If it seems interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. Thanks, everybody. Happy Tuesday.